So, chapter 12 tayo, ha? Mali. So, in chapter 12 ay about joint products and byproducts, no? So, yung joint products at byproducts emerge out of a common process. Isang process lang ang isang production process lang. Ang halimbawa ay ang pagpa-process ng petroleum products. So, sa petroleum products, ano-ano lumalabas? So, diesel, kerosene, etc. Ang processing ay mayroon tinatawag na point of split off. Ang point of split off, yun yung point na naghihiwa-hiwalay na yung products. Halimbawa, products A, B, and C ay pinrocess through a joint processing cost. Pag naghiwa-hiwalay na yun, ang tawag yun ay split off point. Split off, maghiwa-hiwalay. If the joint products are processed further to make them more saleable, ang tawag doon naman sa cost na nagagastos to make them more saleable o further processing costs ay additional processing costs o kung minsan naman tinatawag na separable costs. No? So yung purpose ng allocation of joint products. Ano ba yung purpose? Kasi isang cost lang yon, di ba? Total ng manufacturing cost ng materials, labor, and overhead, i-allocate sa mga products na lumabas. Anong purpose? The purpose is for inventory costing. Magkano ba yung cost ng product? So, there are methods of allocating the joint cost. One method is through allocation using the physical output method. Ilang units ang lumabas sa bawat product? Or tinatawag din yan na average cost method, average unit cost. Bakit average unit cost? You divide the total processing cost by the number of units produced for all products. So you get the average unit cost, and to determine the cost of each product, multiply the number of units by the average unit cost. Another method used is to determine the market value of the products at split off method. So you add the total market value, get the percentage of each product based on the total market value, and then multiply by the joint product costs. Another method is the net realizable value method. Ang ibig sabihin ng net realizable value is magkano ba yung sales value? And then deduct the cost to sell. Magkano yung magagastos sa pagbibenta? That is the net realizable value. Same procedure, get the total net realizable value, and then the percentage share of each product, and then multiply by the total joint cost to get the allocated cost for each product. So we discussed problem 1, determination of the product cost. Saan ba ito? 450. Market value at split of physical output. Okay, problem 1. Now, when company produces 4 joint products which have a manufacturing cost of 434,000. Kapag sinabing manufacturing cost, iyan yung materials, labor, and overhead incurred during the joint processing. No? So, the allocation methods to be used, number 1, the market value method. So market value at point of split off, the given market value is per unit. So you have to what? You have to market value at split off. Anong gagawin natin? You have to determine the total market value. So units produced times the unit cost, unit market value. For product A, that would be 80,000. For product B, 32,000 units produced times 1.75. You multiply, that would be 56,000. And then for C, 36,000 times 3 is 108,000. For product D, 24,000 times 2.75, 66,000. Now get the total. Mr. Beso, ano ang total market value?
310,000 po.
Okay, 310,000. How do we allocate the joint cost of 434,000 to the 4 products? So for A, that would be market value of 80,000 over 310 and then multiply by 434,000. Same procedure to be used for the 3 products. Market value of each product over the total market value and then multiply by the total joint cost. And then when you add, be sure that the total is 434,000. Okay, average unit cost method. Using the average unit cost method, we add all the number of units produced. So 20 plus 32 plus 36 plus 24,000 is 112,000. Okay? And then determine the unit cost. 434,000 divided by 112,000 units. Unit cost is 3.875. So to allocate 434,000 based on the average unit cost for product A, that would be 20,000 units produced times 3.875. And then same procedure for products B, C, and D. Number of units produced times 3.875. No. So problem 2 is basically the same. You use sales value at split off. Although merong dito nga sa problem 2, we can use the not realizable value method. Kasi given naman yung sales value if processed further and then the additional processing costs. So we discuss problem 2 using the third method, net realizable value. Net realizable value. So, kasi ganun din naman ang gagawin kung sales value at split off tsaka physical units. You get the total. Kung number 1 requirement sa problem number 2, you get the total sales value. Add 88 plus 77 plus 55 is 220,000. And then to allocate the total cost of 264,000 to A, 88 over 220 multiplied by 264,000. So kung gagawin natin yung net realizable value, no? So the sales value, if processed further yung bawat product, for A it is 121,000. Cost to sell is, additional cost is 19,800. That may include additional processing cost and cost to sell. So 121,000 minus 19,800. Net realizable value is, for product A, 101,200. No. And then same procedure for B, 99,000 minus 15,400, 83,600. And for C, 66 minus 11 is 55. And then get the total net realizable value. And then to allocate the cost of 264,000 to A, 101,200 divided by the total net realizable value and then multiplied by 264,000. So, ganun lang ang allocation, ha? Again, what is the purpose of allocating? To determine the product cost so that the cost of the inventory may be determined also. So, yung ibang susunod na problem ay merong byproducts na. Ang walang byproducts dito, problem 8. Okay. Yung susunod na problems ay may mga byproducts. So, doon tayo sa problem 8. No? Sales value south. Okay. Problem 8. A company manufactures 3 products in a joint production process. The 3 products are X, Y, and Z. No byproduct is produced in the process. Ano ba ang kaibahan ng byproducts sa main products? Ha? Anong kaibahan? Tingnan natin ang multiple choice theory sa page 383 para malaman natin kung ano ang ibig sabihin, ang kaibahan ng dalawa. So, multiple choice theory, na page 383, number 1. When 2 products are produced during a common process. So, yun yung tinatawag na joint processing cost. What is the factor that determines whether the products are joint products? O tinatawag din na main products or principal products. Or one principal product and a byproduct. So, the main determinant or factor is the relative total sales value. A byproduct, sa question number 2, a byproduct is best described as a product that usually yields a small amount of revenue when compared to the revenue from the main product. So, mababa ang sales value ng byproduct. No? Kumbaga sa parang tawag doon? What is the term? Latak. Do you know the term latak? Sa Tagalog.
Hindi po.
Sa Tagalog, latak. Yung lumitaw lang sa processing, no? So, ano nga ba ang basic sample niyan? Ang basic sample niyan yung sa coconut, no? Yung sa buko. 'Di ba, kinukuha yung tubig, taka yung meat ng buko. Ang byproduct diyan yung yung kapag ginrate na yung buko, yung sapal, yung ginagawang candy, ganun. So, maliit lang ang sales value, ha? Problem 8. A company manufactures 3 products nga. Ulitin, no byproducts used in the process. Additional information follows. So, you have the number of units produced. Ano yung total dyan sa units produced ninyo?
10,000 lang po, ma'am.
That should be 20, ha? 10 plus 6 plus 4 is 20, no? And then the joint costs. So, anong given dyan sa inyo?
Yung
For
kay
X,
X lang po,
magkano?
99,000.
That should be lang, 90. That should be 90 lang. 90. And then, unknown kay X at Y, the total is 180,000. And then the sales value at split off, ang given ay kay Z, 50,000. The total is 250,000. Additional cost to process further, if you add the costs, 16 plus 12 is 28 plus 6, the total should be 34,000. 34. And then sales value process further, 160 plus 80 is 240 plus 60, tama, 300,000. Okay? So, the company allocates joint cost. So, kapag ka net realizable value, you compute first. Ano ba net realizable value ni X? 160, sales value process further, minus 16,000, 144,000. No? Kay Y naman, 80,000 minus 12 is 68,000. Kay Z, 60 minus 6 is 54,000. So, total net realizable value 266,000. Tama ba? 144 plus 168 plus 54, 266. So 300 minus 34, tama, 266. Pero kapag ka ganito ang ginawa nyo kasi, 144, o joint cost, may allocated joint cost kasi kay X, no? 90,000 out of a total of 180,000. That means it is 1/2, no? So kapag ka ang ginamit nyo dito in net realizable value, for X, 144 divided by 266,000 multiplied by 180,000, you will get 97,443, which is different from the allocated joint cost to product X, no, which is 99. So kapag ang ginamit naman natin ay sales value at split off. So kay Z, 50 over 250 times 180, that would be 36. Paano naging 99 kay X? Paano naging 99? 250. Ano sa palagay nyo? 0.396. Kaya ang problem na to, palitan natin yung the company allocates joint cost using the physical output method. Physical output, no? Kung physical output, madidetermine nyo ba ang allocated joint cost kay Y tsaka kay Z? Si X gawin yung 90. 90. Paano naging 90 kay X? 180,000 divided by total of 20,000 units is 9 pesos per unit. No? So for X, that would be 10,000 units times 9, 90,000. Magkano ngayon kay Y? Ayan na.
54,000 po ba?
54,000. At kay Z, no, 9 times 4,000.
36,000 po.
36,000. Nakakasunod ba iba? No. Nakakasunod ba iba? Oy, sumagot kayo ha? Pwede kayo sumagot. Didire-diretsuhin ko. Were you already informed na yung final exam nyo would be conducted face-to-face? Na-inform na ba kayo?
Yes po.
Yes. Para walang sasagot na sa inyo ba, sa section nyo ba yung may sumagot na yung sa fill in the blanks, number 19, na yung sagot ay cost. Hindi ko matandaan kung section nyo itong pinag-check-checkan ko na ang sinagot ay, sinagot? Gross domestic product. Hindi naman yata economics ang tinuturo ko. Cost accounting naman. Bakit nagkaroon ng gross domestic product? Hindi ko lang kung section nyo yun. Mamaya, pagka tinignan ko uli. Nakakatuwa yung mga sagot ninyo, Kaya, pag face-to-face, wala nang ganun, Wala nang kopyahan ng mali. Okay, problem number 10. Mahaba-haba itong problem number 10, Page 381. Camly Products manufactures 3 products, RS&T, in a joint process. For every 10 kilos of raw materials input, the output is 5 kilos of R, 3 kilos of S, and 2 kilos of T. Nakuha nyo ba yon? Sa bawat 10 kilo daw, so during August, 50,000 kilos of raw materials costing 120,000 were processed and completed with joint conversion costs of 200,000. Conversion costs are to be allocated to the products on the basis of market values. To make the products saleable, further processing which does not require, walang yun. Additional raw materials was done at the following costs. So given naman further processing costs and then the selling price. Ano unang gagawin dito? Determine the number of units produced. Sa bawat 10 kilo ng raw materials, 5 kilo ng R ang napuproduce, 3 kilos of S, and 2 kilos of P. So kung 50,000 kilos ng raw materials ang ginamit, ilang kilo ng product R ang lumabas?
25,000 po.
Okay, how did you compute 25,000?
50,000 divided by 10 kilos po times 5 kilo po.
Okay, and so for product S, ilang kilo?
15,000 po.
15,000. And then for P,
$10,000, ma'am.
10,000. Okay, kung i-add natin yan, 50,000 lahat. Magkano unit cost ng materials? Can you determine the unit cost of materials? Madi-determine nyo naman, di ba? The total cost of the 50,000 kilos ay 120,000. So magkano unit cost? Paano na? 120,000 divided by 50,000.
2.4.
2.4 po.
O magkano ang total material cost ni R? Aray ko. Ano?
60,000 po.
60,000. Si S. Ang tatagal yata ng calculating.
30,000 po.
36,000. At si T?
29,000 po.
Okay, so yun yung materials cost. Conversion cost. Ang total conversion cost ay 200,000. Paano daw i-allocate yun? To be allocated on the basis of market values. Oh, magkano market value ni R? Magkano market value ni R? 25,000 ang na-produce times 10 pesos selling price. Magkano yun?
250,000 po.
Okay, si T. Oh, ano na?
180,000. Ay,
Paano naging 180?
si S po pala, ma'am. 15,000 times 12.
Times 12, okay? 60? 150,000. Okay, total?
Total po ng lahat is 580,000 po.
Okay, so magkano i-allocate na cost kay R? Magkano i-allocate? 250 divided by 580,000 total market value multiplied by 200,000 conversion cost. Oh, pinag-iwalay lang yung material saka conversion cost. Di nyo na alam i-allocate. Oh, kano? Ano?
86,206 po.
Okay. 207. Oh, 207. Si S, so that would be 180 divided by 580 times 200,000. 62,069. No, and density, 150 divided by 580 times 200,000, 51,724. Yan natin kung tatama ang total. 86,207, 62,069, and 51,724, 200,000. So, kapag na-determine ang material cost tsaka conversion cost, the total processing cost for product are 60,000 plus 86,207 ay 176,207. No. So, ganun din ang gagawin kay S tsaka kay T. Add the total material cost plus conversion cost. Okay na. So, makukuha na natin yung requirements. Number 1. The unit cost of product are. Ay, bakit magkano yung total processing cost? Dapat ang total processing cost nyo 320 lang ha. Pag inad nyo. Bakit naging ano? 62,069 plus, ay mayroon pa palang additional further processing cost. Tama. O ano? Nakuha na? Ay, naku. Nakuha na ba? Total processing cost for product are material 60,000, conversion cost 86,207, and then may further processing cost na 30,000. So magkano? 176,207. Nakakasunod ba kayo? Ha? Kay S, 36,000 materials, 62,069 conversion cost, plus 20,000 further processing costs, 118,069. For product T, 24,000 materials, 51,724,000 conversion costs, 30,000 further processing costs, 105,724. Pag inad lahat yan, dapat ang total 400,000. Bakit 400,000? 120,000 ang materials, 200,000 ang conversion costs, 80,000 ang further processing costs. So 400,000. O nakuha nyo na ha. Magkano ngayon yung unit cost? So product R. Ha. Magkano unit cost of product R? Mr. Perez.
7.04 po.
Okay, 7.04828 to be exact, ha? Assuming that all units are sold, the gross margin on sales of product R is how much? Assuming that all units are sold, magkano ba kanyang selling price? 250,000. No, 250,000. 10 pesos per unit. Minus the total processing costs of 176,207. Magkano yung gross margin?
38,793 po.
Bakit? Bakit naging 38,793? Ha? Ang selling price niya, 10 pesos per unit times 25,000. Magkano yun? Diba? Kinuha nyo kanina 250,000. Minus total processing cost of 176,207. O magkano yung gross margin? Lahat na benta.
73,793 po.
Okay, 73,793. Ano ba yung gross margin? Selling price minus cost of goods sold. Next, assuming that all units are sold, the gross margin on sales of product S Product S naman, magkano? Gross margin. Selling price minus cost.
131,931 po.
Bakit na naman? Bakit na naman? Magkano selling price? May gulay. Ano ba to? Masakit ang ulo ko sa inyo
61,931 po yung gross margin ng product is.
Oo naman, tama yun. 61,931. Di ba? Selling price. Magkano selling price? 12 pesos per unit times number of units, 15,000, 180,000. Di ba nakuha nyo na kanina yung selling price? Minus total product cost. O nakuha na rin natin, 118,069 o 61,931. Nagsusulat ba kayo? Baka naman di kayo nagsusulat ha. If all units of product P are sold, and selling and administrative expenses are 20% of sale, magkano ang net income? O kunin mo na yung gross margin. Magkano yung gross margin ni product P?
44,276 po.
44,700. Ano ulit?
44,276 po.
Sige nga, computein mo nga uli. Kung tama ka. Tama ba? 44,276, okay? So, 150,000 minus 105,724, 44,276, no? Magkano yung selling and administrative expenses na 20% daw ng sales? Magkano yung 20% ng sales? Ng T. Sino yung sumagot? Diba nakuha nyo naman yung selling price? Ilan yung 20% ng selling price? Ay, gulay.
8,855.2 po.
Bakit? Magkano ba ang selling price? Di ba
30,000 po.
150,000? 150,000, di ba?
30,000.
Selling price naman eh. 20% of sale, 150,000 ang selling price times 20%, 30,000. Magkano ngayon net income?
14,276 po.
14,276. Ay, naku. Wala ko ba may review of basic accounting kayo? Bakit simpleng statement? Di nyo masundan, ha? Simpleng statement, sales minus cost of goods sold is equal to gross margin, less selling and administrative expenses is equal to net income. Okay, problem 11. Problem 11, below are production and sales data for trade products. Joint costs amounted to 35,000. So, ang given lang, quantity produced, selling price, cost after split of quantity sold. So, ang gamitin natin dito ay, ano pinakamadali? Physical output or unit cost method. No, average unit cost method. How many units were produced all in all? 1,500 plus 2,500 plus 1,000?
5,000.
5,000. If the total joint cost is 35,000, magkano ang unit cost per product? Hi. 35 divided by 5. Magkano yun?
Ano po?
7.
7 per unit. O magkano ngayon ang i-allocate mo kay product M? Kung 1,500 units ang production niya. 1,500 times 7 ay
10,500.
5. Plus, cost after split off na 3,000, magkano ang kanyang total processing cost or total cost?
13,000.
13,500.
500. Kunin na natin ngayon yung unit cost. 13,500 total cost ni M divided by 1,500. Magkano yung total cost ni M? Unit cost.
9 po.
9.
9 po.
Tandaan nyo yan, ha? Kay M, so 7 times 2,500 units, allocated cost 17,500 plus 2,000 cost after split off, total cost niya ay 19,500. Divided by 2,500 units, magkano unit cost ni M?
7.2.
7.
Okay, next, si O. 1,000 units times 7, allocated cost 7,000 plus 5,000 cost after split off, total product cost 12,000. Divided by 1,000 units produced, unit cost is
12 po.
12. Okay, pagka nag-end to, hindi ko na i-open ha. Alam niyo ng compute, na-compute niyo, nakuha na natin yung mga data. Cost of goods sold ni M if only 1,200 units were sold. O, you multiply 1,200 by how much? Unit cost of
9 po.
9 po.
O, magkano lahat?
10,000.
1,800 po.
Okay. Gross profit of N. Selling price niya is 12 times 2,500. Magkanong selling price? Ah, hindi. 2,000 units